Hey there, everybody. I hope that you are having a fantastic Tuesday. It is August the 6th. It is my sister's birthday. And this morning, she was so funny. She was like, "So, where is your energy when you turn like this age?" And I was like, "Oh, dude, that's way gone. You ain't gonna have none of that anymore." But it was pretty funny. She is 7 years younger than I am. And I tell you what, I love my sister. She is a fantastic human being. I have 3 journals to go in the shop today. These are 5 3/4 by 8. They feature the, what we know now is upholstery trim. And I'm sitting here looking at them and I realize that it is the velvet upholstery trim that makes these books really, really special. So let's take a look and let's see what we have here. I appreciate all of you who are purchasing these flow journals. Thank you so much. I'm really happy that at the feedback at the Etsy shop. Here's a little thing about feedback. I grew up in the music business, and we did not read reviews. Sometimes just reading reviews is not helpful or uplifting, but I do read the reviews at Etsy, and thank you guys so much. I really, really, really appreciate your kind words, and I'm so happy that you guys are digging these journals. This journal we are going to call Princess. This fabric is from our friend Trills in New Zealand. Very original, unique fabric. I think it is so pretty. So the fabric is kind of like it was a collage, and you have a collage of, I love the way the princess, it has her hand up to touch the prince's cheek. I just think that it is just absolutely beautiful. Here we have another image of a young man and a young lady. Here on the back of the journal, there is an image of a knight right here and a lady right here. It's very medieval looking, my friends. It is finished with upholstery trim with a velvet ribbon. The spine is a combination of cracked glass beads and hand-rolled paper beads. I thought that really kind of fit the theme of the journal. The closure is a bit weird because it looks kind of like a snowflake on a brown background, but it went with the journal so well that I really just wanted to use it. Let's take a look at this baby, 5 3/4 by 8. We start out with a bit of vellum here, beautiful vellum for you to play with. Another vellum piece that has the metallic border around it. I really do love that. There's 1885 ledger. I know in these books I used a great book that features vintage food advertising, and it's super cool. So that's what's kind of peeking out back here. We have a photograph, and I love this photograph. This is one of the photographs that I got at Scrap RVA from someone's European trip. This is of a castle, and it kind of does fit the theme very nicely, since we're going with a princessa theme, as my Russian niece used to say. When she first came to this country, she loved to watch TV. And she really gravitated to, of course, the Disney films. And she would pick up my hair. I have waist-length hair. And she would pick up my hair and she would go, "Pocahontas, Pocahontas, Pocahontas." It was just very sweet. It was very sweet. She could not say very much at all. She would tell us things, and she would look at us very earnestly, and like take our face in her hands, and she would start speaking Russian, and then she would say, "Gaily is not nice. And that Kaylee is her sister. Kaylee is not nice. Yeah, it did take them kind of a long time to get used to each other. We've got more of the 1865, I think it's 1885 ledger here. It starts out at 1865 and goes all the way to 1885, so I'm not quite sure what era we have here. This is a packet of things for you to play with. You've got alphabet beads, these triangle beads that are so super cool. So just a few things in here. There's some chips of coral that have holes in them, so you can make a necklace or use it on a mixed media piece along with the other elements in the book. This is, I love this paper, again, from a book that a friend sent me that featured vintage wrapping paper, and I just love this. I love the babies on the stork. This is a vintage greeting card here, a little bit of kitty cat. Oh, that kitty cat. I don't know what this is. I know y'all will. But he's a strange looking kitty cat, but I really do like him so much. Another pocket back here, we've got a little bit of bling. We've got some mermaid going on here. So you've got a mermaid tag. You've got palm trees here, seashells. I don't know what's back here. Hold on, let me see if I can lift this up. Oh, a big seashell right here. And photos of people. We've got, I like this. I love these vintage photography coupons. This was a wallet special, 12 color wallet size prints from negative for $1.99. This coupon expires in 30 days. I just, there's something about the whole process of photographing something and then dropping that film off and then waiting on it. Very much the same thing as writing a letter to someone, dropping it in the mailbox, and then waiting for them to write you back. I think that we've become like a very automatic society, and we want answers and things snappy quick. We want our photos snap quick too. And it's nice to think of an era where you had to wait on things and be patient. That all like filters into our rather impatient world right now. This again is a photograph from someone's trip to Ireland. I love that. I think it's so pretty. We've got some Italy ephemera right here. Thank you, Miss K. We love our Italy. A magazine image, a little bit of cardstock right here. It's a Project Life card, more cardstock in the back, and a tag. And these are art trading cards, so you guys can play with those if you want. And who doesn't want to do that? A vintage greeting card right here. I love the sparkles on this paper. I'm ready to go back to Scrap RVA and get some more paper. They're going to be surprised to see me. They're going to go, God, you went through all that paper? It hasn't even been 2 weeks. I've got a recipe ephemera in here. This is, gosh, y'all, I don't know what year it is, but it's so cool because you've got these like really neat illustrations, like pen and ink or pen and pencil drawings, as well as the black and white photography over here. I think that's so interesting. More black and white photography here. We've got, this is Allen's Synonyms and Antonyms book. I think that was 1921. Cardstock for you, 1957 Wildlife Habitat, World Wildlife Federation. A piece of cardstock that says Happily Ever After. I thought that, again, went really nicely with the theme of this book. This fabric has gold inclusions on it. I think it's very pretty. Again, a little bit of recipe ephemera. This is the back of the vintage greeting card. And I'm saying these vintage greeting cards are from the 40s, 50s. I think that we've about got that era right. This is a magazine cutout. an art trading coin for y'all to play with. Shell. And there's another shell back here, so maybe you could do something with that. We've got lots of cardstock and fabric. These are big-ish pieces of fabric, so it's nice to have something big to work with. I can't pull everything out. There's a sea turtle right here, and the food advertising ephemera is in the back. Sorry, my phone just did something weird. Okay, but it's cool. This says Good Times. And this is, I think this is Italy, I believe. This is Italy. Absolutely beautiful. Man, oh man. You know, it's odd to think. I was watching something. Oh, I know. I've been reading Little Dorrit. Not reading Little Dorrit, but listening to someone read Little Dorrit. And book 2 of Little Dorrit. And if you're not familiar with Little Dorrit, I tell you, Charles Dickens was an astounding writer. The way that he can draw a picture of a character is unreal. The reader that I'm listening to, I listen to LibriVox. All of the books are in public domain. My favorite reader is a lady named Mill Nicholson. I read Bleak House with Mill Nicholson, and she's talented, my friend. She really has the ability to make her voice sound like different people. It's really interesting. You know, it's kind of like, you know, when you used to go to the library and when you were little and you got a really good reader and she could really bring a story to life. That's the way I feel about this reader. And, you know, if you're interested, it's LibriVox, LibriVox.org. And I've read Persuasion, I read Little Women, I read Pride and Prejudice, I read Bleak House, and now I'm reading Little Dorrit. Really very long books, but totally worth it. Got a little bit of fabric in here for you again with just the beautiful image of a princess right here. A little clipping, magazine clipping, paper strips for you to play with, a big napkin right here, and more cardstock and ephemera and the advertising back here. The ledger that we kind of love so much. I like this piece, y'all. 1906. Sunday, this little bear goes to church. Now we know, is Pig a good little girl these days? Dad writes his daughter, and his daughter, this is 1907, sorry, his daughter, he calls his daughter Pig. And I know that's kind of funny, but that's it. And his daughter's name is Roberta, but he calls her Pig. So a beautiful piece of 1907 ephemera in here. Of course, you've got a lot of cardstock to play with. This is a flip out piece when we used to do our flow pockets, and has a little bit of yellow submarine magnetic pieces in there that someone kindly sent to me. Folks ask, hey, where do you get your stuff? Honestly, a lot of it comes in boxes to my porch. I am overwhelmed with the amount of gorgeous beauty that I get from folks. I got a box today that is just, I can't even, it's just wow. That's all it is. It is wow. Another picture from Ireland with the castle right there. I love that. I think it's so pretty. And of course, C for castle. There's a tarot card right here. This is a magazine clipping. I did have a 1984 Garden Gourmet book that I also utilized for this particular flow journal. I love these color illustrations of recipes. And we got Mr. Kitty Cat here. My cats were doing so good this weekend. I have to tell y'all that they, you know, Winston likes to pee in the sink. So, oddly, they had rolled a tomato into the sink. And it was like, well, I don't know how that happened. But they had actually, I think they have been trying to play with it. And they just rolled it in the sink. We will call this floral butterfly because we do have our floral pattern, and we've got a butterfly over here. We have this sweet, thank you, Miss P, for sending this extraordinary upholstery trim. It's got baskets on it, and in the basket is a little bead. It is absolutely extraordinary. I did not see anything like this when I went to Hobby Lobby. It's just incredible. The spine has cracked glass beads. They do have some polymer clay beads and some rolled paper beads and wooden beads as well. So let's crack this baby open. This is the Winged Victory, and it is in the Louvre in Paris. A beautiful statue. I think it would be so much fun to go to Paris, go to the Louvre and see what there is to see. I am going to DC in September. My uncle's retrospective is at the Smithsonian at the Renwick Gallery. So we're excited about going and seeing that. We've got a pocket full of playthings over here. A little kitty cat right there peeking in a can. Some cardstock for you. Vintage wrapping paper samples right here. Got some fabric for you to play with. I really love the inclusion of fabric. These are storage pieces. This is called a travel bowl. You can see how yellowed that is. I like yellowed paper. Hymnal, this is 1928 from the Moody Bible College. Time is best spent together. You've got 4 signatures in these books. Each signature has 2 pockets. So you've got 8 pockets of things to play with. This is a 1978 Coca-Cola ad that was in a National Geographic magazine. I thought it really paired well with this little piece that says Drink McLaughlin's. This is the goblet. The chalice was used by Colonel Edwin Aldrin Jr. in celebrating Holy Communion on the moon, 1969. I just thought that all of those things kind of went nicely together. A little card that says hello. This is the Thursday 1907 greeting card to this little bear bakes pies. You can see the date is right there in 1907. Dear Pig, your letter was so nice and sweet, and your picture was fine. Send me another one, Daddy. And the date is 7407. Miss Roberta Holton lives in Callaway County in Murray, Kentucky. Got National Wildlife Federation stamps. These are bird stamps for you to play with. A nice hunk of fabric here. The bird page from a dictionary. I thought all those things, you know, you can play with all those things together. A flocked baby card that has not lost its flocking. I think we're going to get a storm. I better hurry through this. My car leaks, and I forgot to put my plastic down on my seats. Guys, this is William Butler Yeats, his burial site, and this is in Ireland. There's this beautiful poem that he wrote about the poor only have their dreams. I cannot remember the whole poem. It's so beautiful. Don't tread on my... I can't remember it. Just look it up, William Butler Yeats, and I think that the poem is called Dreams. I hope that I find some more of these travel photographs down at Scrap RVA, because they are totally, to me, just totally inspiring. Another pocket of things for you to play with, a few cutouts right here. We've got a little tiny paper bag, and I love this little thing. Look at that. It's got polka dots on it. a little pad of paper right here that has a nice sparkly brad. This is one of my Take 5 art projects for August. I thought you guys would like one. Another little pocket of things for you to play with, and this one has some planner stickers right there, and that's a full sheet of planner stickers. Good Things to Eat Made with Bread from the food advertising book, which I think is so cool. 1984 Garden Gourmet book. Toppers for cakes. I love this illustration. It's a heart and has a bumblebee on it. Just thought it was super cool. Another packet of things for you to play with right here, and magazine cutouts under that. Fabric. Vintage wrapping paper. And in the back of the book there are paper strips. You can use these for borders. I tell you, I love this paper right here. I think that's so pretty, and that is a large sheet of cardstock as well. And we've got this super cool vellum that is that has the metallic frame around it, and these are like sprayable leaves. You can spray them with ink, or you can color them, or do whatever you want to with them. They are like a fabric leaf. And we are at the end. We are at our last signature, guys. This is probably 1930, I would think. Look at that. My wishes for you on your commencement day. And you flip it over. Now there's nothing on the back, but this is an absolutely just exquisite piece of super ephemera. I love sharing this beautiful collection with y'all, and I think that you like it as well. You know, you get just like this inspiration when you're holding something that is that old in your hand, or reading a letter that is super old as well. More cardstock to play with. This is talking about an immersion blender, which I thought was funny because this is October 1984. Corey got me an immersion blender for Christmas, and man, oh man, I really do love it because I can make smoothies, and you know, it's great to blend soup and that sort of thing. We have all of these hairy paper clips for you to play with up here. Just so much to play with in these journals. Got one more. I hope it doesn't start thundering, because Mia doesn't like that at all. She'll be joining us up here if it starts to thunder. This is just some really beautiful fabric. It's kimonos, and there's a fan right here, beautiful leaves. So we're going to call this one Geisha Girl. Again, the beautiful basket upholstery trim. On this one, I did put a dragon, just tied a dragon to one of the bead strands here. The velvet just goes so nicely with, you know, with these kimonos. I remember when, oh gosh, Shogun. Do you remember Shogun being on TV? Wow, that was like, I mean, it was before you had stuff like that on TV, and it was amazing. I loved watching that show. Richard Chamberlain was in it, and I don't remember who else was in it, but it was it was a big undertaking. It was a big movie series on regular TV. I've got some underwater adventures right here for you. 1928 hymnal, a beautiful image of a mermaid. She's so sweet because she's got shells on her ears. It's very sweet. Magazine cutout. Again, some of the beautiful kimono fabric that we have. Oh, this takes me back. You're going down the canal in Venice, and you see these, and they mark hotels. They tell you where hotels are. Cannoli. Cannoli. Again, the William Butler Yeats, Under Your Feet. But I Being poor, have only my dreams. Tread lightly because you tread on my dreams, I think is what the sentiment is. I wish I would have looked that up. I'm sorry, y'all. More of the kimono fabric right here. More of a cutout from a magazine. Kitty cat with the green eyes. Good grief. This is an iron-on of a fairy. I put you guys a bit... That's a chippy stack, okay? Don't think it's like something you throw away. It's a little stack of things that I curated so you can make chippies out of it. A little bit more of ocean. There's an ocean tag here. There's a sweet piece of cardstock that has seashells on it. I have not been to the beach in 2 years. I really miss it. Are you guys like that? I mean, is there a place that you really love to go that you feel like your soul just gravitates to, but you haven't been there in a really long time? That's where I am right now. This was from the July 2019, maybe, yeah, I think it was July 2019 National Geographic. There's a childcraft book that I have, and it's a childcraft encyclopedia and talks about what people do. And this is a barber. I love the black and white photographs in that book. I always like this phone pictures. Do you remember your phone number from when you were little? Because I do. And I always think, I wonder who has that phone number now. I wonder if I called it, you know, what would happen? Where are those people? I just really do remember my, my phone number. Again, some of the Italy ephemera from Miss K. Miss K, we love, love, love that calendar, girl. Thank you so much. This is glitter paper along with more glitter paper right here. Of course, you guys, you have washi tape down here to play with as well. Remember, these are interactive books, so you can take them apart. You can dump out all the pockets and refill them with other things. You can go through this whole book and take out elements and replace them with other things. It is a perpetual book. It's meant to go on and on and on. Because it has 8 pockets, you could do a pocket a day. You could say, this is my Monday pocket, and I'm only going to use items from this pocket and this signature for my Monday mixed media project. Here's my Tuesday mixed media project. Only going to use things from my Tuesday pocket and the signature. It helps you because you don't have that much to choose from. It helps you not get lost when you're, you know, sometimes when you are trying to find like that perfect thing and 3 hours later you still haven't found it and all your stuff is all over the floor or all over your desk or whatever. It really does enhance your creativity when you have less things to choose from. It's inspiring because you learn to use elements in a whole different way. Got a vintage Christmas card here. I love the sheen. The sheen matches the gold trim right here on the vintage Easter card. The vintage Easter card is signed on here, and it says Millie and Lou. I love circles, so put in some circles for you. Black and white. You know, honestly, this looks like Florence, so this might be Florence. I'm not sure, though. Kitty cat. Recipe ephemera. More from the Childcraft book. This time a color photograph of beakers and a chemistry set right here. I think that's really, really pretty. And a pocket. This is kind of just a pocket of beachy kind of things right here. And we are to our last signature. This is a beautiful vintage greeting card with these homes in the back and a carriage right here and 4 horses. I think it's so pretty. Got some planner stickers in here for you. Lots of cardstock, lots of paper for you to play with. A napkin. I love these stackable coffee cups on that napkin. More fabric for you to play with. Kitty cat, camera, Italy. So just lots of things. Another super cool vintage greeting card. I love the paper that these vintage greeting cards are made of. Another one right here. 1928 hymnal. Sorry, my mouth is wearing out. And I have a pocket full of things for y'all to play with right here as well. Geisha Girl, and let's see. We said this one would be floral butterfly, because she's got a butterfly right here, floral, and there are butterflies right here as well. And the princess. These are going in the shop a little later on this afternoon. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you for supporting this project. I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Take care.